Good morning. Good morning there, Pucker Nation. How is everybody doing today? I hope, even though this season so far has not been going the way that the New Jersey Devils have wanted, I do hope everybody's doing good, and there's a lot of season left. But tonight, the Devils play a divisional game, first of the year, against the Pittsburgh Penguins. That game is tonight, 7 o'clock in Pittsburgh at the PPG Paints Arena. The game is on ESPN Plus and MSG. Right now, Pittsburgh is 1 point ahead of us. We've both played 14 games. They're 8-6-0. Devils are 7-6-1. So, what are we going to look at going into Game 15? Well, where do we start, really? Let's look back to last season. The Devils owned Pittsburgh. We played them 4 times. Game 36 in Pittsburgh, 4-2 Devils win. Game 46 at The Rock, 2-1 overtime win for the Devils. Game 55 at Pittsburgh, 5-2 win. Game 78 at The Rock, 5-1 Devils win. 4 games, 4 wins. This team owned them last year. Now, this is not last year's Devils team. So, what to watch for on tonight's game? Look, I mean, it's getting to a point now. How much more can we sit there and say, hey, you got to play team defense? Hey, or, other named guys need to step up and start putting the puck in the net. We've said it ad nauseum. And, if you guys listen to the Uncle Puckers, you know that I am not a giant fan of Lindy Ruff, and I have been clamoring for him to make some changes. Those changes were made in the game against Winnipeg, and everything fell apart in the third period. So, as much as I do think there is quite a lot of blame to go to the coaching staff, Lindy Ruff's not putting the skates on and going out on the ice and playing every night. These guys are. So they're just going to have to step up and play the way that they need to play, the way they're capable of playing. This is getting, when you have a team like the Devils last year, who were one of the most fun teams to watch all year, and then now to this season where they're almost becoming unwatchable. Going back to that Winnipeg game, it was a god-awful game. They played terrible. Third period, mistakes all over the place. Goaltending, not doing what it's supposed to be doing. We thought going in that maybe Ball and Hughes would be our problems on the defensive side just because they're young and it would take a bit of time to get them seasoned to be playing up to par. They're not the problem. The problem this year is Brendan Smith and John Marino and Jonas Siegenthaler. Yes, Luke Hughes has made his share of mistakes and Kevin Ball has made his share of mistakes. But again, I look at those two and I give them a bit of a pass because they're not the seasoned veterans that the other dudes are. Look, and this is getting bad. And the Devils, I don't know if they just need Jack back but if you can't put together a complete game without your best player, then you're not a good team. Going into this season, everybody, the Devils were a Stanley Cup favorite. They were a favorite to win the Metro. They were a favorite to come out of the East. And some even had them as a favorite to win the Stanley Cup. Do you know who thinks the Devils are Stanley Cup favorites or even contenders right now? Nobody. Nobody is thinking that because you are playing like a bunch of scrubs. And this team is a lot better than that. So what do they need to do to beat Pittsburgh tonight? I guess just keep it as simple as possible, right? Put more pucks in your net, in their net, that they put in ours, which so far this season has been a huge problem. Um, Goaltending's got to step up. The team defense has got to step up. I heard that, everybody knows Jack might be coming out to this game. Whether or not he suits up and plays, it does look like he's going to play Saturday against the Rangers. I would like him, if he's capable of playing, of course, to play tonight, just to kind of give him a little bit of a tune-up before that big Ranger game on Saturday. But right now, my hope for this team is fading very, very quickly. They need to turn it around. I know that there are certain guys that are not playing in their position because of the injuries, and they're doing, Michael McLeod's playing great. He can go anywhere. That's great. He's playing on the first line. He's centering the first line. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want Michael McLeod centering my first line. I want him on the fourth line where he belongs, maybe the third line, but I don't want him in the top six. He's not that type of player. Can he be serviceable for you? Sure. Will he play his ass off no matter where you put him? Yes. Is that the position that best suits him? Absolutely not. So again, I know because of the injuries, we don't know what's going on with Nico Heischer. Look, at this point, I just think you have to just keep it as simple as possible. Um, there's really not much more to say to that. This is really ugly. Things are not going good. This is the time to turn it around because you're going to get too far behind the eight ball and you're not going to be able to catch up. Um, I still think this team has all the skill that it needs to legitimately compete and make a deep playoff run. I totally believe that. The pieces are there. For some reason, those pieces, where they are, how they're situated, and those pieces themselves are just not working out. So whether it be, you know, Tom Fitzgerald needs to make a trade with Calgary. We've all heard about the trade for the Calgary defenseman, or just Jack coming back, or Nico getting back in the lineup, or I don't know. I don't know what levers and strings there are to pull here, but something needs to get done. This falls on the coaching staff. This falls on all the players right now. This is a team wide problem. Um, and you're going to go on the road and you're going to play a team that you owned last year. And, you're going to go, you have these defensive breakdowns the way you've been doing. Look, it's going to be a long, ugly season. So the shit needs to get cleaned up now. But pretty much that's about it. I mean, we're going to be, the Uncle Puckers will be coming on right after the game tonight. So we will be fresh. We will have all of our takes from whatever it is we see tonight. Hopefully, it's positive and something that we can actually build off of as a team, or we're going to be sitting here scratching our heads and bitching and moaning. And I really don't want to do that. I really want to get back on the right track here and start talking about this team positively, but they haven't given us any of that. So we will leave it at that. This little keys to the game is brought to us by Used to Be's Island Eatery at 287 Route 35 in Manalocan. Fantastic place to catch all your NHL games, your NFL games, fantastic food, delicious burgers, some of the best pizza I've had. Entrees are fantastic. Go to used2bsnj.com to check out their lunch and dinner specials for the week and a calendar of events for all their live entertainment, their bar trivia, bar bingo, and all the other fun stuff that they have there. That's used2bsnj.com. Used to Be's Island Eatery, 287 Route 35 in Manalocan, New Jersey. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about what's going on with this team right now. Be sure to check out the podcast. It'll be dropping later on tonight after the game. I would love to hear from you. Click the subscribe. The like goes a long way to help us promote the Uncle Puckers podcast. I'm Uncle Pucker Chris. We will be, again, like I said, episode dropping tonight right after the Pittsburgh game. So that's about it, gang. See you when we see you.